You eat something you've been craving, something you actually enjoy, and almost immediately that feeling shows up. Guilt, like you did something wrong. But what if that feeling isn't helping at all? What if it's actually making things worse? For many people, food isn't just about hunger, it's also about rules. What's allowed and what isn't. And the moment those rules are broken even slightly, that feeling appears. And sometimes it stays longer than the meal itself. But here's something important. Your body doesn't just respond to what you eat. It also responds to how you feel while eating. Your mindset, your level of stress, your expectations all influence what happens next. When guilt shows up, it rarely stays alone. It tends to create a pattern. You eat something you feel bad about it, and almost immediately, you start thinking about how to fix it. Maybe you tell yourself you'll eat less later, or that it won't happen again, but that kind of pressure often builds even more tension. And over time, that tension can make the desire come back even stronger. The more something feels restricted, the more attention it seems to get. Not because your body needs it, but because your mind keeps returning to it. When something is labeled as off limits, it stands out more. You notice it more often. You think about it more frequently, and without realizing it, it becomes harder to ignore. And guilt doesn't just stay in your thoughts, it can also create tension in your body. And when that tension builds, your system naturally looks for relief, something familiar, something easy. And sometimes food becomes that response, not because you're truly hungry, but because it feels comforting in that moment. So the goal isn't to ignore nutrition, and it's not to pretend that all food is the same. But what often gets overlooked is the way you think about food. Because your thoughts, your expectations, and even the way you label certain foods can quietly shape your behavior over time. So next time you find yourself thinking about food, pay attention to how you're thinking about it. Because sometimes it's not just the food itself, it's the way your mind keeps bringing it back. If you've experienced this, you're not the only one. And if you want to understand more about how your behavior really works, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next video.